right, welcome back to the second part of our first lesson. So we're going to move on to our next method now, which is method 2 on a number line. So it's on the next page of your booklet. Make sure you're on the right page. So we just learned how to model addition of integers with counters. Now I'm going to show you a different way that you can model it. You are going to have to know both of these ways for your test. So when you're looking at a number line, most of you will have recognized that in the middle, you usually start with 0. The numbers to the left are negative and they increase as you go to the left. And the numbers on the right are the positives. So when you're adding integers, I've left you some room here to do your notes up at the top, and we'll just do our 2 examples on the bottom. Our first example that we're going to do is going to be positive 3 plus negative 4. So the first step here is to start at 0 and then go to your first integer. So we'll just write the steps up here. Step 1 is mark the first integer. By drawing an arrow from 0. So what I mean by that, and I'm going to use my colors again today, red for positive, blue for negative. Since our first integer is positive 3, we're going to start at 0 and draw our arrow 3 jumps or 3 integers to the right. So we end up at positive 3 there. Then from there, we're going to draw an arrow to represent the second integer. So in this case, we're going to be going backwards because we have a negative integer next. So step 2 is to, from that point, draw an arrow to show how many places the second number moves. So keep in mind that if it's a positive number, it's going to move right. If it's a negative number, it's going to move left. So down here where we have positive 3 plus negative 4, it's a negative. So now we're going to be moving to the left, and we go left from where we ended up. So from positive 3, we're moving 4 spaces to the left, which is going to bring us right here to negative 1. And that's going to be our answer. So now we know that positive 3 plus negative 4 equals negative 1. So that step 3 here is where you end is your answer. So we're going to do one more example. For this example, we're going to use 2 negative numbers. So this one, we're not going back and forth. We're always moving in the same direction. So this example, we're going to do negative 2 plus negative 5. So we always start at 0. We're going 2 spaces to the left. So 1, 2. You can draw an arrow, or if it makes more sense to you, you can draw little jumps. That might help some of you. Then from that point, we are going 5 more spaces to the left because we have another negative 5. So from this point, 5 spaces to the left is going to end us up at negative 7. So negative 7 will be our answer. So before you guys go on to your textbook work today, I'd like you to flip the page, and there is some checkups there for you to do where you are modeling with counters and with number lines. So just seeing what you guys learned today, and hopefully you have a pretty good understanding of what you're doing. And then the textbook work will be on the board for you. Happy math class.